Part of the defensive effort was 11 blocked shots for the Wildcats, including 5 by Ugana Onyenso. Oh, yeah, we're ready. Come on up. Yep. We'll have Coach Will Martin and number 23, Will Eames for the Griffons.
No, sure. Look, I'm not even going to pull the stat sheet out. We have time to watch film. I'm beyond words when it comes to what this game meant for me and my staff. And if I learned anything from Coach Cal, it's that it's always about the players. So anytime anyone in the media has asked me any type of question about me coming back after being a manager or Coach Hood, Coach Stevenson coming back, I've always focused on our guys. But I'll say this, for me personally, the feeling of humility and gratitude that Coach Cal would have us back. Everything that I am as a man, as a coach, is because of Coach Cal. And if you are a top 100 player in the country or a top transfer, you're crazy. You are crazy for not coming to the University of Kentucky and playing for Coach Cal. He is player first, and what does that mean? It's not just that he puts his players first and he takes care of them, he holds them accountable. He makes sure that they become better men in the community, in the classroom. And that's everything that we try to do at Missouri Western. We don't have the resources that you all have here at Kentucky, but everything that we do is because of Coach Cal. And I try to love my players. I try to hold my guys accountable the same way that Coach Cal did, not just for his players, but for his staff. I mean, I wiped up sweat here for 4 years. And I got an opportunity to coach here with two guys that I love, Perry Stevenson and John Hood, who played here. That just shows Coach Cal's character. I'm proud of our guys. I want to shout out, Missouri Western, our administration. I'm really grateful to work for a school that wants to put our kids on a platform. I'm really grateful for that, and I can't thank our university enough. I know there's a lot of BBN fans down in Kansas City. You might not know this. Missouri Western State is right outside of Kansas City. We would love the support. We would love the support. So I'm just super grateful, and I'm super humble.
All right, questions? If you got questions, raise your hand. We'll get a wireless microphone to you. Got one here in front. Be for the coach or with student athlete.
Will, when I spoke to you on Friday, you talked about wanting this platform to showcase you guys' energy, hustle, just the love within your program. I guess, how did you feel that showed out tonight on such a big stage?
I'm so proud of the way our guys played defense tonight. I thought that we were really bad in our first exhibition defensively, and I probably hurt our guys a little bit the last week because all we focused on is defense, and I think people saw that. I think that people saw that we're tough, we're gritty, we were really good in the gaps, we were really good on closeouts, we were really good in our rotations, we had guys getting on the floor. So I hope people see that with our team, but I told our guys that can't be just against Kentucky. That's got to be every single night. So I couldn't be more proud of the effort and the connectivity of our guys. Even the guys on the bench that maybe didn't play that much, they were active the entire night. They were lifting their teammates up, and that's what our program has to be about. Well, I'll say this, Coach Cal never gets the credit he deserves on the defensive end. If you look at Coach Cal, his entire history, he always has top defensive teams in the country. So I'll fully credit Coach Cal and those players for the way that they defended. And then I'll blame myself. Like I said, I think that we probably sacrificed a lot of time this past week and a half offensively to get things right defensively. So I would say it's 99% Kentucky and their defense and their length. I thought they did a really phenomenal job of talking out there too. You can tell that in a short time period, they had a really good scout prepared, which I know that's hard. you're preparing for a season where you're playing Gonzaga and you're in the SEC. It's hard to lock in when you have Missouri Western State, a D2 school, coming in. I thought their staff did a phenomenal job, and they really took us away from the few concepts that we've put in this time of the year. They did a really good job of taking us out of it.
I know you told me on Friday about that marathon film session with John that was going to go down in your basement to prepare for Kentucky. I guess just watching them on film and now tonight in person, just what struck you? I know you just spoke of the defense, but just, what were their impressions on film and in person?
Their length, their speed. Frederick, man, he can shoot it. He can shoot it. Wallace can shoot it. And when they get Oscar back, oh, man. I thought that I was really proud of our guys that we out-rebounded Kentucky tonight, because we struggled in our first exhibition against an NAIA team. But when they get Oscar back, I mean, they're going to be top 2, top 3 in the country all year. And you can tell that their spacing offensively is really elite. You can tell that guys are super connected. Like I said earlier, they had no reactions the entire night. They were responding. And that's the formula for good offense, is when you can stay into the flow of what you do. You're not going to get rattled by the refs. You're not going to get rattled by the opponent. And I saw that tonight. And I think they're going to be a high-powered offense that's going to be tough to guard for anybody in the country.
This is for Will, the player. So much has been made this year about Kentucky's length and shot blocking. What was it like going up against that, and how difficult is it to deal with?
Yeah, I mean, it's really difficult. I think they had like 4 blocks in 1 possession, so trying to learn from that and seeing that like up close is going to be good for us in the long run. But, I mean, that defense was really, really tough. So it was just good for us to see that. And like you said, when Sheway comes back, I mean, it'll be really hard for anyone to score on them. So, but that length and athleticism is going to be tough to beat any night.
Coach, against Benedictine, you guys shot 9 for 22 beyond the arc. Tonight, you outscored Kentucky in the paint. What was it? Looking for it about by 10 points, 24-14. What does that say about your style of play?
Well, I'll say this. We're still trying to figure out our style of play offensively. I know that we have really good shooters. When you play against Kentucky, no matter how good your concepts are, it's hard to get an open look. And it's really hard to play in this arena. Coach Hood was laughing. It's hard when you're wearing blue and white. When you're an opponent and you come in here and you're in front of 24,000, it's difficult. And then when you add in their length and their defensive principles, I think that we have to work to become more balanced. I thought that we were good in the paint tonight, which we weren't against Benedictine. We shot well against Benedictine. We didn't tonight. We have to put those things together, because I think that we have the talent, and I think that we have the discipline, and we have the want to become a full package team. So I told our guys, I'm not worried about the offense. I know that'll come. It's early in the year. I'm worried about our defense, and I'm really, really proud of their effort defensively tonight.
Anyone else? Coach or student athlete? All right, if not, Coach, we'll thank y'all very much.
No Drew Franklin? I thought I'd get a Drew Franklin question. Hey, did the Titans win today? How did Malik play? Hey, thank you all very much. We really appreciate it.
First of all, let me just say, man, did they play hard, and did they compete? They out-rebounded us. We missed a bunch of layups with any body-to-body contact we missed. It's all the stuff I've been talking about. We had 3 players play really well. Our leading rebounder was Cason Wallace. That's why he's going to play and play a lot. So even though he missed 2 layups, deal with it. Missed some jumpers. His right hand has hurt his fingers. Deal with it because of how he defends, what he does. Hopefully Severe will be okay. He hurt his knee, probably that same knee, I think it was about 10 days ago, a week ago. So, yes.
Do you have any indication on Severe and what the severity is?
No, I don't, not at this point. But he had it. He had to be out a couple days of practice, probably a week ago, I think. Mr. Blue, yeah, he was not in at Pikeville either. It was the same knee, like a twisted. You know, it's not a. Yes.
In a tweet earlier today, you laid out some points of emphasis, I guess, rebounding, defense, and sprinting. Obviously, the rebounding, I guess, didn't go how you wanted, but what were just.
Well, I'm going to watch the tape.
Yeah.
We defended fairly well and scrambled pretty good, and I thought we were good enough. But you can't play offensively like we are in that game. And we could say whatever we want. We had guys that, when the game got physical, were not making baskets. The other thing is, a shot goes up, you can accept being blocked out or don't accept it. Because what they said is, if you don't block out, you're going to get dunked on. So they went back, and we just put 2 hands in the guy's back or chest in his back instead of going around him, go get a ball and going at people. The sprinting, I thought, was pretty good. But, again, they're graded. So when the grading comes out, we'll have a better idea. I just have to watch. They did a great job of packing it in. We were too wide to start drives. You got to be tighter. But it's good to play a team and have done what they did to us. But I thought we did a pretty good job of guarding. And then, second half, I think they had 1 offensive rebound, but at halftime they had a bunch.
Hey, Cal, I know we think CJ is going to be one of those special stories just throughout the year. Not being able to play in, like, I guess,
Year and a half.
college basketball game. I know he's had the scrimmages in the Bahamas and stuff, but to see him out there and continuing to show that he can hit from the perimeter and just what you just saw from
Yeah,
him
but
tonight.
the other things he does, he moves his team. He plays so hard. He talks on defense. Did you see him push Jacob to a man, and then he went and guarded the other man? I mean, it's nice when you have older guys that really know what they're doing out there. And, he's special. Now, Antonio didn't shoot the ball well today. But what I said to these guys, when you're not shooting the ball well, you just got to do everything else. Go get rebounds. Go create for your teammates. Play through bumps. Make something happen that way. How about make your free throws? There's other ways to help the team. I thought that Ugonna played like none of us, like I knew, but he had 5 blocks. And I also thought Adu played well. Adu with the ball, and now he's playing without the ball. And defensively, you're seeing, like, he's been challenged. That bar has been raised. You got to play off the ball. You got to you see him get that rebound and then drive it up the court. And so I thought those guys and CJ, they gave it. But you got to have a team full guy. How many layups? I mean, Severe probably missed 4, and those are usually shots he makes. But give them credit. They held a pretty good team to 58 points. Is it 58 or 56? 56 points. And we're trying to play fast, and we're flying up and down the court. Yes. I got you.
You were pretty tough on them, the blue-white game, the defensive effort. Sometimes when you do that, they slide a little bit on the other end. Did you feel like that maybe with the offense, the attention to defense since
We
the
can say that. But I think that team played us physical. You would think at one point they'd go away, and they didn't. They didn't. They played till the horn went. They just kept coming. And it was a physical, like on drives, we got bumped. And I got on the official, I said, they threw a ball and you called foul on us, and every drive we're taking, they're chesting and bodying. But I'm glad he played it that way so I could show it on the tape. You get bumped and miss a layup. So.
You had mentioned that the offense was ahead of the defense, previously.
Did I say that?
You did say that.
I misspoke.
Well, I mean, just watching them tonight and seeing the energy and enthusiasm they put into the defensive side of the ball as a collective unit, just how far have they come since you challenged them on that side of the ball, and how far do you think you guys have to go on that side?
They were better. Now, again, you have to reward great defensive play by scoring down the other end. You have to reward great defensive play by rebounding and not giving up offensive rebounds, which we did. And we gave up, they got 10 offensive rebounds. You can't give them that. You're doing too much good stuff. And a bunch of them were balls that bounced out. Well, where are our guards? You don't need to run under the basket. You need to be near those elbows. But like I said, this was good for us. And then playing a team that they all know. They're in there and they know. Like, we got out-rebounded. We had 8 offensive rebounds. Now, we missed a ton of shots too. We got 8 offensive. We accepted being blocked out, or if I run in there, it's going to get rough. So I'll kind of act like I'm going in, but I ain't going in there. Well, we need Case and Wallace's on the floor. Like, did you see that last rebound he jerked out of the guy's arms? Like, that's how you got to. This thing is, it's a man's game. It really is. Yes.
Against 3 guys that learned from you, and did they live up to what you expected?
Well, they did better than me, if you watch the game, and I was proud of all 3 of them. And I told Will, I said, what's great? You get a job, and you reach back and you take care of a couple guys that want to get into coaching and do it. And they love Will, and it's when you hire people, the number one thing is they got to love you. All the other stuff, I'll teach. So he figured that out, and he's done a great job. He's got long hair, got crazy socks. I would do that, but I just wore crazy shoes today. I usually don't do that. Yes. Do you have?
He spoke very highly of you in the program when he came out here. Got a little emotional. I don't know if you could say anything about his contributions to your early success here, being a part of that national championship team.
Yeah, he was a great teammate. You have guys around the program that keep an eye on these kids, because I'm not going to be there and our staff, but he was one that really, the players loved him. You saw Daniel was there. You saw Darius was there. I told Darius about that. He says, I can't come. I got this, my kids, but I'm going to be at that. And Darius's mom and dad, we all appreciate him. It's what he's done here and the mark he's left. And on top of that, he's a heck of a coach. Heck of a coach. Yes.
These secret scrimmages, charity exhibitions have been talked about a lot lately. D1 teams playing D1s, high majors. Have you given any thought to maybe one of those a preseason?
Yeah, we're all reading, and we had talked about it more, and again, administrative decision, because obviously a close scrimmage where you can get work against another high-level Division I program helps you. But I understand it here because financially, it's a big deal to play 2 games. Just is. And that money goes to other sports. So now you start taking that money away that would go to other sports. I mean, we played the blue-white in Pikeville. That was a big deal because we've never, we need this program, so, you know, it's for all the other programs. So I get it, but I think we're going to have to address it now because it's become so prevalent, you know, but yeah, we have to address it. Now it's probably at that point where, yeah, we got to do like everybody else and play a scrimmage and figure out who it is and close the doors down and let's go. I was just with Bill Self in Cincy, and they played Illinois, you know, talking about how they played. And now I will say this game was good for us. It was. Now, the one thing I like about playing these games is taking care of some Division II people. Like playing Kentucky State, that's a big deal for them. And so I like doing those things. But I also like this program probably more than doing that. So that needs to be addressed. We will. Yes.
Obviously, things are different with Oscar out just in terms of personnel, but from a lineup combination standpoint, you tried a lot of different things tonight.
I did.
Were there anything that caught your eye, either positively or negatively, from those combinations you put out there?
When I watch the tape, I'll probably have a better idea. Yeah, I just know if you're not going to be rough and tumble, if you're not going to be physical, you're not going to win in our league. And so, you know, CJ tonight making shots, it may be Antonio next game. But my point comes back to forget about all that. Defend like crazy. We need you to block a shot or two and then rebound. You can't give up offensive rebounds and then not make shots. So, but I'll see. I'll watch the tape. Again, when you look, you want to know, like assist to turnover. Why did it get physical when we lose the ball? Well, then we got to do drills, and every time you drive, we're going to have to grab and hold and do all that stuff. So, but again, credit to Missouri Western. They did a great job. Proud of Will, proud of John, proud of Perry, and their team should feel good walking away from this to play us the way they did. It seems like they're pointed to a pretty good season. Thanks, folks.